My name's Connie. I think Peter Thiel needs to go away, for one, but I'm here because we're protesting Peter Thiel's company Palantir that's stealing our private data and using it to enforce laws against us and to enable ICE to be able to detain immigrants. That's my main reason for being here.
What kind of power do you think Peter Thiel has?
I think he has a lot of power. He has a contract with the government to be able to pretty much create a mega database of all private citizens' data, and I think that that is outrageous.
Are you concerned about fascism?
Excuse me?
Are you concerned about fascism? Do you think
of course.
What does that mean to you? I mean, with Peter Thiel?
I feel like there's increasing authoritarianism, and I feel like Peter Thiel is part of the elite who really does think that they are above the rest of us and that they have a plan for taking over our country. And I am fully against that as so undemocratic.
You think he controls the government?
I don't think. I think that there is a whole group of people who are definitely in the in crowd with, Donald Trump and his administration, and I think that they definitely have a plan to roll out Project 2025, and this is all a part of it. And he's, he's a techno fascist, in my opinion.
So you believe that that's their ideology, fascism?
I don't think that he would say that, but yeah, I think that we are in an authoritarian movement towards fascism, yes.
Why are they in favor of techno-fascism?
I think that they are in favor of power and money.
You have a button, traitor? Yes. Trump is a traitor? What is it?
That Donald Trump is a traitor. He doesn't believe in the Constitution. He doesn't believe in democracy. He should go.
Everywhere we go. We're not talking anymore. You're just trying to talk over me. This is the conversation. You're just trying to dominate the. You're just trying to dominate the dialogue. No, I don't want to listen to you. I'm not here to have a dialogue with you because you have nothing to say.
I have everything to say because I'm a free man. I'm a free man. He's a bigot. He's a homophobic guy insulting, gay people right here. And I told him you cannot be calling gay people these things, and he refused. And then, I'm a revolutionary, and you cannot let these guys be speaking prejudice and hatred against other people, no matter what our lifestyles are.
So what do you think about Charles Kirk?
Oh, he was a right-winger, he was a racist, he opposed the Civil Rights Act. He definitely was in the service of the fascists in this country, no doubt about it.
They're trying to make him a martyr?
Yes, they are trying to make him a martyr, definitely.
And attack people who are critical of what they're doing?
Definitely. I mean, Trump said that he's going to his funeral and he's going to award him the presidential medal. So that shows you how and what are the times that we're living. These fascists are being redeemed, they have been supported, they have been, let come out saying what they tried to say. We got to oppose that.
And what's going on in Puerto Rico and Venezuela?
Oh, definitely the U.S. government is preparing themselves to attack Venezuela, and they are doing maneuvers in Puerto Rico. So that's what they're doing. They mobilize F-35 planes in some places that used to be bases in Puerto Rico, plus mobilizing a naval task force. They already had made 2 small attacks against Venezuela. One of them was against a fisherman ship, and another one against some other vessel that they claim had drugs, but it's no evidence of that. All they are after is because Venezuela has the highest reserves of oil in the world. The U.S. wants them, and Trump, wants to attack to obtain them.
And what can be done to stop that?
We got to mobilize, we got to oppose it, and we have to build a workers' party. People have to get sense and stop supporting the Democrats. They are for war, they don't oppose Trump. Trump does whatever he wants, and the Democrats go along with it.
My name's Abby. I'm deeply disturbed with the development of a surveillance state and the stripping away of civil liberties. I'm deeply disturbed by Palantir's contracts with Customs and Border Patrol and ICE and the kidnapping of people off the streets without any due process. Also the targeting of college protesters for exercising their basic right to free speech. So essentially that's why I'm here. And also I don't think billionaires should exist.
And what do you think is going to stop them? Because it seems like they run the government. Are you worried about a fascist government?
Well, we're in it. We're in fascism. So the only thing that's going to stop that is resistance. And so that's why we're here.
All of us are under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. When the community is under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. Gaza is under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. Immigrants are under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. Other citizens are under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back.
I'm here because Peter Thiel is in large part responsible for the technology that is provided to ICE that is being used to abduct people off the streets, surveil them, and treat them as less than human beings. And I care about other human beings. I think we all should. And the atrocities that are happening to immigrants right now are honestly so heartbreaking and infuriating. And I want people here to know, who are here to listen to this man, what he's really responsible for.
What is his role in this?
So my understanding, he's one of the founders of Palantir, which is the company that provides ICE with a lot of their surveillance technology, and has been even before the Trump administration.
So is he profiting off of this?
Absolutely, he's profiting off of this, and he's not taking responsibility for the atrocities that are happening to immigrants because of this company and because of the technologies he's providing to immigrations and customs enforcement.
Are you worried about fascism?
Absolutely, I am. I think we've seen ever since Trump's first term, our rights slowly being stripped away. Not just immigrants, but even U.S. citizens we're seeing being stopped at customs, at airports, and having their phones gone through. If they've said something bad about the president, they're being detained and questioned without due process. I think, fascism is not only on the rise, but I think it is here.
My name is Finn Brown. I run a startup called Aqua Voice in San Francisco.
And what's going on here tonight?
I think Peter Thiel's giving a talk.
What is it about?
I think it's called the Antichrist.
What does that mean?
I honestly have no idea. I assume he'll come up with some good riff, but he's a smart guy.
Do you think Palantir, there are people here who are saying that Palantir is doing bad stuff. What's your view of what he's doing?
I've heard this. I work in tech, so I've gone fairly deep on the Palantir thing. I think it's a tech company, and then I think if the government uses it one way or the other, in some ways that's up to the government.
Are you worried about fascism in this country?
I'm not particularly worried about it.
You think there's a fascist movement anywhere in the world? You think some people want fascism?
I think some people want fascism, yeah.
Why?
Well, I think you'd have to ask them up there, but I don't know, you ever see somebody's lawn telling you what to think?
What do you think of Charles Kirk?
I think it was real bad what happened.
What do you think of his ideas?
I guess I don't know enough.
My name is Renee Rodriguez, and I'm here because I think we need some solidarity for our immigrant neighbors that are being abducted and put into concentration camps. And my father was an immigrant, so of course I'm very concerned about what's happening to our civil rights. And Palantir is in the crux of all this evil business that we're trying to fight against. We want peace and we want justice. We're getting the opposite of that. We're getting surveillance, abduction, and genocides. And it's becoming harder and harder to just have your free speech and without getting vilified, and now we're being targeted. So I think that is it's really sad.
You're worried about fascism? Do you think we have a fascist government?
It's becoming that, and it's already here.
What do we do? Stand up, fight back! When our communities are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When our communities are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back!
For our pan, Peter Thiel is doing a 4-night lecture series on the Antichrist.
What does that mean?
Well, I'd be curious what Thiel thinks that means, but I mean, the Antichrist is the deceiver who shows up in the last days to mislead the true believers into a path of destruction, idolatry, down the road to perdition, and that's where we're headed with this current administration, with the corporate oligarchy. That's where we're headed. We're in an age of idolatry, and people are walking around asleep, looking at their phone. The phone is the new idol, and we're here to protest Peter Thiel, who is a despicable human being who builds software and then sells it to the government to use to enable ICE to kidnap innocent people and to facilitate the kill chain in Israel and Gaza. He's happy to put his technological creations to work for the industry of death and domination, and he's been active in tech for 20-30 years, and he deserves to be exposed and combated. I mean, people need to know what he's about, and I don't know if a lot of people know what he is about. A lot of people don't even know who Peter Thiel is, but he's been behind the scenes, building the state of control that we're living in now.
Do you think he controls the government?
He doesn't control the government, but he's advancing toward a position where he does, which his class of billionaires are who's controlling the government on the global stage.
And it seems like there are some of these in San Francisco. David Sachs, these billionaires, and
I don't know.
Musk came here, was at his mansion.
Tech used to be like the frontier of liberation and freedom, and now it's become the frontier of enslavement and domination.
What can be done to stop it?
I think people just need to wake up and be willing to stick their neck out and disrupt business as usual, and stop investing in the systems that are destroying the planet. I mean, on an environmental level and on a human level. And I've taken steps in my own life to do that, and it's scary. We're at a scary point in history because people have been saying that the end times are here. They've been saying that for 2,000 years since Christ came on the scene. But now we're seeing the limits of growth, the limits of environmental sustainability. We've been on an unsustainable path ever since the Industrial Revolution in particular, and the climate's breaking down. And when this planet is no longer able to support 8 billion human beings, we're going to see massive collapse of governments, economic systems, and this is the end times. It is. And I think that if we wake up and see what's important in life and whose side we're on, then maybe a few of us can pass through these tribulations that are ahead of us. And I truly believe that they are ahead of us, because the science, if you read enough up on climate change, we're right in the middle of it, and it's going to get worse and worse, faster and faster.
My name is Ann Finger. I'm here because I'm so horrified at what's happening in our country today. How these rich technocrats are trying to take over our world. And I'm horrified about what's happening in Gaza. And so I'm here to stand for democracy and against genocide.
I'm Patty. I'm here because Peter Thiel is a fascist, and he's trying to take over the country through J.D. Vance, etc. Now he's got his Antichrist Christian bullshit. I don't even want to really do much of an interview right now, but I hate.
What do you think his end game is? What's his plan?
Power, without him being the face of it. Yeah.
Because Peter Thiel is, I mean, I don't know what nice things I could, there's nothing nice to say about the man. He's a hypocrite, is the nicest thing I can say, I think.
You think he's a threat to humanity?
I think with all the money that he possesses and the people he's putting in power, yes, they accelerate the end of society so they can be in charge. They can decide to, I mean, it's wacko, but...
I'm Elizabeth Milos. I'm a member of CWA, retiree. I was a medical interpreter at UCSF for 18 years. And basically we're here because Peter Thiel is up there speaking. Peter Thiel is an investor in Palantir. Well, PayPal, of course, one of the co-founders of PayPal. But also Palantir is a software company that has been involved in the creation of software that has directly targeted journalists in Gaza. And the software, when they target them through their phone, but they have different kinds of software. One of them is Lavender, and there's other kinds of software that's been co-produced with other IT companies as well, where also Microsoft has gathered the information in a cloud. Google has been involved in that as well. But Peter Thiel in particular has been very instrumental in pushing forth Palantir and its software that has directly targeted journalists to kill them. Not only in the field when they're actually working, but it follows them, it tracks them, the journalists back home to their homes or their tents in Gaza and bombs the entire family. That particular software is called Where's Daddy? And I truly hope that one day people like Peter Thiel, and Peter Thiel in particular, end up facing the International Criminal Court, because what is going on in Gaza and the level of complicity and outright complicity of these IT companies that originate out of the U.S. is criminal. And I truly hope that one day they will face justice. They will have to face justice.
Do they control the U.S. government?
Of course. Yeah, they definitely control the U.S. government, right? And even more so now. Before they also did, but even more so now under the Trump administration, where Elon Musk ended up getting control of all our personal data, social security numbers and things like that. And it's snowballed into forcing universities to give up the names and the personal data of students and staff who have been opposing genocide. And so, yeah, this IT, it's something like Varoufakis, the former minister of Greece, had said, basically calls it techno-feudalism, which means we're all connected, but we're also very disconnected. We're connected globally by this IT, but we're very dependent on them. We're incredibly dependent on them. And in fact, they have even launched what's called soft coups, using bots through Twitter to make it seem as if there's millions of people that are against a certain leader, like they did with Evo Morales in Bolivia, and trying to manufacture consent basically by pretending that there are actually human beings behind those bots in the IT area, which has caused soft coups around the world.
And Project 2025 is for the complete deregulation of the economy, deregulation so they can do whatever they want. What does that mean for IT and technology and AI?
Well, the deregulation's on the one hand, but the censorship is on the other. So they're pretending that they're freeing up the market, but in reality, they're putting their iron fist on top of it even more. What they call deregulation is something that's in their hands, and that way that they can do whatever the hell they want. But everything that having to do with internet neutrality and all the fights that we've had during these past few years to be able to have antitrust and avoid these monopolies, or try to avoid these monopolies, all that has gone by the wayside, and it's been, the Democrats were doing it more slowly, but now with the Trump administration it has become something very similar to what the Milei government in Argentina is doing. It's the dismantling of every safety net and every progress that we've been able to make in these past 50, 60 years.
So how do you fight it? How do you stop it?
Well, we need a Labor Party in the United States. We need to get the unions involved. We need working people to strike, and we need a general strike, because the only thing that they understand is the economy, And if we don't give them our labor, they can't they can't earn the money. So there's going to have to be a lot of organizing involved, and a lot of there's many different types of struggle, and we've learned in history that none of it is given to us. We cannot rely on the courts. The courts, there's been a history of having really good people in the courts, in the Supreme Court, like Thurgood Marshall in the past and things like that, but we can't rely on that. In fact, the courts respond to mass mobilization and mass actions, and it's more than just protesting that we need. We need more concerted efforts to basically call for a general strike and stop this madness.
Oh yeah, we know you're a fascist too. Peter Thiel, we know you. We know you're a fascist too. Thank Lord.
That guy over there? He's seen the signs, yeah.
I'm just here to hopefully get a glimpse of the Antichrist himself.
See him in the flesh. Hopefully we get to, see him, shake his hand, get one of our Bibles signed.
I want to get his autograph.
We all came from,
We've been waiting forever for the Antichrist, and he's here. He's here. He's coming. We can get an autograph tonight. I'm so excited.
The signs are here, man. He's the one. He's gonna do it. He's gonna be the one to bring him at the end.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm just happy to hopefully get to fucking see him before it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is like Taylor Swift, but even bigger.
What's his end game?
The end. It's just the end of the world.
Yeah, the end game, not a end game. The end game, man.
The end game.
He's gonna finally bring an end to all this, the pain, the suffering, everything.
Yeah.
How's it going, man? Fuck yeah.
Hey, yeah, welcome.
Do you think he runs the government?
I mean, it doesn't need to, because he runs the spirituality in the country, you know what I mean? Once you capture people's hearts, I mean, government is just some shitty man-made creation, you know what I mean? He's gonna rise above all that. So sure, yeah, I mean, he can have his hands in government and all that, but this kind of talk, like he wouldn't be given a talk like this, kind of getting so close to the topic of the Antichrist and making everybody aware, unless he was close to the end, everything was in place. So he's been at work for a long time, and this is one of the final pieces. So he's gonna in the talk, we're not allowed in obviously, but whoever goes in there, they're gonna hear him talk about who the Antichrist might be. He's gonna play a guessing game of look around society, who do you think it could be, and the whole shtick with the Antichrist, and the thing we love about him so much is he's a deceiver, right? He's the lawless one. So he's gonna point fingers. He's gonna try to corrupt the most pure goody two shoes kind of people in society. People like Greta Thunberg or whatever. People like Gandhi, the Pope, whatever, and try to make them look like the Antichrist. Because you don't want to let them know you got a knife behind your back. So he's gonna kind of do the deception thing, the magician thing. And
what can be done to stop him? Can that be stopped? Can he be stopped?
Stopped? I'm not. Even if we fucking could, there's no way I'm telling you that, man. This is the point.
This is the point.
Why would you want to? I don't know, man. That's fucked up.
I'm here to endorse Peter Thiel as the Antichrist. Yes, he has a 4-series lecture on the Antichrist.
What does Antichrist mean?
Well, it means my son, Peter Thiel, who's doing mass surveillance on the American people, supporting the ICE Gestapo, giving the technology to do a genocide. Peter Thiel, and he has 666 tattooed as a tramp stamp on his back. A lot of people don't know that because he's an incel and nobody's ever seen him naked.